Welcome to the Moon Magic Weekly Tarot channel. Today we're asking about April. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new. We have 3 piles to choose from and we're going to find out as much as we can about the month of April and see what is coming through for you. We have 3 beautiful cards. I'm going to draw some tokens as well in just a moment, but let me show you the cards first. Beautiful souls, I hope in the world as it stands at the moment, which is pretty up and down and a bit higgledy-piggledy and very tumultuous, I hope that you are all doing amazingly well and that everything is okay in your worlds. Let's see what's coming through. So pile 1, we have solar light upgrade. This is for pile 1. This is your card. Very energy kind of looking cards actually out of that deck. There are lots to choose from. These are the ones that came out. Pile 2, we have Ancestral Realm. This is for pile 2. And for pile 3, we have Star Being Healing Codes. This is for pile 3. Beautiful energy, actually. Really, really beautiful energy. Okay, let's have a look at the tokens as well. We have 2 for pile 1. You have, this is like a, you know, like a little fountain, actually. This is 123, and it's like a little fountain. You know, like when you have almost like a little drinks fountain. And then you also have, oh, look at this. You have the little cherub firing an arrow. This is like Cupid's, like a Cupid's arrow. Okay, and that is 76 for pile 2. Just 1 coming through for pile 2, and it's a pair of glasses. Okay. A pair of dark glasses. And for pile 3, 2 for pile 3, you have a bus. Okay, this is, oh, that was 27 in case you wanted the number. This is 98. We have a bus. And also, we have number 50. I'm not actually sure what that is. I think it might be a clipboard, but I'm going to just check it out and have a quick look for you. What is that one? Number 50. Yeah, it is a clipboard. I was right. So we have a clipboard. So we've got a fountain. We've got Cupid's arrow. We've got sunglasses. And then we have a clipboard and a bus. Gosh, these are going to be super interesting readings. I can tell already. Okay, so we're going to be asking about April. Finding out as much information as we can possibly get for you. And sit now with your intuition. I'm going to leave the video running. I'll leave it for a few moments longer just to give you a little bit more time. Some of you may already know from one of the cards or more of the cards which reading or readings you're drawn to. In a moment, I'm also going to ask the universe, and I'll put a separate timestamp for that below. So if you want to check in with which pile the universe or piles that the universe suggests, then you can go straight to that timestamp. And beautiful souls, if you need even longer, I will leave the video running for a little bit, but if you need any longer, just press the pause button and take as long as you need. So, beautiful souls, thank you for being here. I'm really honoured to be connected with you all and reading for you today, and I will see you in the readings. Welcome everyone to the part of the video where we're going to ask the universe which pile or piles are recommended for today's readings. So I'm on the homepage of my website and I'm going to ask the universe to reveal our pile. Pile 2. Today it recommends pile 2. So beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I am super excited to be sitting in the energy of your reading for April, because the fountain is all about abundance, love, just like it's got an amazing energy. And you have Cupid's arrow, which is also like firing love into the world. The solar light upgrade card is also about like having source energy available to support you. I almost want to say aim and fire. What do you want to create? It just feels as though somehow the universe is really, really, really working with you. Now, let's draw more cards before I say any more, but it really does feel like the energy is with you in some way, shape or form. Wisdom. Ah, that's interesting. Beautiful owl. And transform. Oh my goodness me. Gosh, this is genuinely quite super exciting. Let me move your tarot cards over. Let's put these down here. I think this is phenomenal, because this card actually speaks about, the interpretation for this card actually literally speaks about wisdom arriving, a source energy supporting you to be connected to divine guidance, divine wisdom, but channeling through your solar plexus. I mean, this is like solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. I feel like you really could achieve quite phenomenal things in April, if you so wish. You know, it may be that, to be fair, when I say if you so wish, I mean, if your greatest achievement would be to slow down and literally just to slow down and be, I don't know, to unwind. I mean, if your greatest desire right now is to slow down and achieve complete and utter peace and space, you could achieve that. I feel you could almost achieve anything. I am truly super, super, super excited. Let's draw more cards and find out what else we are shown. Let's get some more oracle cards and then we'll draw your tarot. What is happening for my pile 1? What do they need to know about April? You have patience. You have the garden and the gate. And you have attachment. Okay. Now, I do think this is suggesting that something you have been waiting for may well arrive, like a gate could open. Look at the way she waits for the gate to open. Maybe there's something you've been waiting for, an opportunity. What is attachment about? I'm very curious about this, because attachment asks you really, I mean, we're seeing her remove a mask. It's about being your authentic self, but it kind of challenges us to look at, like, what are we attached to? Are we clinging to something? Do we need to let something go? So on the one hand, we've got stuff streaming through in terms of energy, your capacity to transform things. Divine timing as well is coming through here with your patience card and the clock. Let's get more information. Let's draw your tarot cards. You have, the Ten of Swords. I do think there is something coming to an end. Perhaps something you had an attachment to is completing. We have also the Judgment card. Let's move these along a little bit. You have the Judgment card, like an awakening, being freed from something. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm seeing this one. The Eight of Cups. The Devil. Gosh, there is a letting go of something here. A releasing of something. My lovely pile 1. And look at that energy, the Ace of Wands coming back again. I just was really aware of her hair. It looks like light streaming down. Okay. What is happening for my pile 1s in April? I do think there is something to which you have been bound that is departing your world or ending. It's not that it's departing your world, you're departing it. That's a very different thing, isn't it? If something departs your world, it departs. You're in a, almost like you're in a stationary position and something moves away. This is the other way around. This is you moving from something, moving to something, walking away from something. This I think is you letting go of an attachment to something, something that you were tied to. And it's interesting because in a way, your tie to it, to some extent, kept a door closed for you, I think. And yeah, a door, it's almost as though a gate remained closed or a possibility remained closed because you were still attached to something or tied to something, or maybe you had a commitment to something. This would be like if you were in a job that you didn't really want to be in and you've had to work out your notice. And now this in April, your notice finishes. Your attachment, your connection, you're no longer tied in. And because you're no longer tied into it, you are free. You can fly, you can emerge, you can release yourself from something. And my goodness me, the light that comes into you, the possibility. It's like your energy, your just the essence of you. It's now your energy is free to aim and fire, to invest differently. Now, if this is some kind of, I mean, if we think of the energy that we're being shown here, if this is some kind of an internal thing that you have been tangled in, like if any of you had struggled with an addiction, you can let go of it, you move beyond it. And the energy that comes to you, the freedom, the liberation, the choices, the energy, the spark, that come to you because you cut those cords, you move beyond it. So it could be thinking patterns, it could be some form of an addiction, if that was relevant to any of you. It could be a situation or a circumstance or even a person, but something completes. And you are liberated, literally liberated. But what happens is the energy, God, the energy that comes to you. This would be like if you were tied into something, like an agreement or something, and there was, you had no option but to sit and wait. Because you were tied into it. It completes and you're free. And if you think of yourself as an energetic pie chart, or let's say this was a financial pie chart and this much of your money, a big chunk of it goes every week on this commitment, and now you're free from it, well, you've got the whole pie chart now to do what you want with. Aim and fire. Get creating. What would you like to do? Something here is massively completed in a really good way. Look at the way, I mean, I love this, both the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords in this deck. I love the way they show such a new horizon. And the Eight of Cups, look at the bright horizon. And the Knight of Pentacles, walking towards, investing in something. There's definitely a sense of freedom and liberation from something. I think you'll probably know what it is, because clearly you've been tangled in it or tied to it, or you've been committed to it, and this, you are liberated. Wow. Okay, let's ask for more. Let's find out more. The one on the base of the pack is coming through as well. Now we have the Hanged Man and the Six of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Knight of Cups. Oh, this is so adorable. The Ten of Pentacles. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles it's just, this is fantastic. So I do think that there are, not only do you let go of something, or something completes, but as I said, it isn't that something leaves you, you leave it. You're finished with it, you're done with it. As you walk away, there's generosity involved here. And I do feel this is, whether this is of a generous heart, but I do think some of you could genuinely be in for a windfall. Maybe it would be like if you've been working through your let's say this is just a hypothetical thing but to describe the energy. If you were in a job and you were committed to it, and but you got a payout at the end. So you're working out your notice, or you're working through to like a redundancy even or something, but you get a payout. And because you have a payout, you can invest in something. It's back to having your energy. You can do something. Aim and fire. What do you want to create here? And I feel that you see success pretty quickly. This is very transformational. It's like shifting from, almost like walking from the energy of one room into the new energy of another, like a dawn, where you move from nighttime to daylight, or like something. It's a shift. It's huge. There's a big transformation. It may be something that you have been waiting for, or that was a bit stuck, but back to being tied in something, but overcoming something again. You could overcome something. Do you know, whatever this is for you, something comes in at the same time. The funny thing is, I don't think as you leave something, I'm not seeing you get something and then you leave. I'm seeing you leave something and then you get something, if that makes sense. There's almost like an order to it. It's like with wisdom, it's like when you have hindsight or foresight. Foresight, when you just see ahead, you recognize something's coming, so you make a decision now. And you walk away from something. So something for some of you, there could even be something that you have actually already chosen to walk away from. Your situation changes, and you'll recognize that it was a really wise choice. Whatever you are moving from, and as I said, you're leaving something rather than it leaving you. It was a very, very, very wise choice. A very wise decision. I think the wisdom of that will become apparent to some of you. On your departure, you actually then get something. As you walk away from something, you receive. And I think this is fantastic. You receive. And I think you can do a lot with this. Aim and fire. Where do you want to invest? And I also do think, to be honest with you, I think it's a significant investment. If this is health, this would be like, overcoming something, or getting your energy back, or overcoming a health issue. And then almost like, because your energy shifts, the world starts opening up, but you see results really, really, really quickly. That's what I also feel we're being shown in April, that you're getting results, significant results, very quickly. And there's this very distinct flow, almost as though, because your energy is now primed, no longer hindered, limited. Because of that, your energy is, it's amazing. It's like you can almost attract what you need, or something can flourish, whereas it was pinned down or held back by something previously. I think this is absolutely phenomenal and really, really lovely. Aim and fire. I will also say with Cupid's arrow that if any of you have been searching for love, or if you've been through a difficult patch in a relationship, maybe that can be revitalized. Perhaps if you've been tangled in something. What if you were tangled in, exiting, something like a divorce, and it finally comes through, and then you then meet somebody almost straight away, because your energy is clean and clear and you're free to move forwards. And because you are liberated, it's like, what you really desire can now come to you. I voice that because Cupid's arrow does speak of love. Either way, I'm seeing you move something forwards to a point of significant success because of what comes to you after you walk away from something. Pile 1, this is your reading. I'm absolutely fascinated and intrigued. Do keep me posted as the month moves through. And beautiful souls, I will be later in the week posting, I'm going to be doing archangel messages for all of the zodiac signs. So do check them out. They'll be over on the Moon Magic monthly tarot channel. I always put a link in the description and in a comment. There's like a little thing full of like links, a list of different links to different things. Do check them out if you want to receive an archangel message for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. Excuse me, and indeed you might want to watch for yourself, for partners, potential partners. It's always interesting, I think, to cross-watch as well to see what energy is around. So beautiful souls, I am sending you all the love in the world. I look forward to seeing you again. Don't forget that we are moving towards the very last week of my tarot course being half price, and you can purchase it in 6 monthly installments. So if that is something that interests you, there is just a week left before that time-limited offer runs out. So do jump on board while you can. Beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have sunglasses and the ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries. This is a card that really does speak of literally healing sort of ancestral lines. It speaks about forgiveness, and it connects to almost like people being present and around you who wish to, on some occasions, who wish to apologise, those who've passed over, but who wish to apologise for maybe things that they did without awareness, or, and just, it's got that sort of, almost for some of you, it could be even like a genetic lineage, something that needs to be fixed or repaired. And it indicates that healing, a huge healing is taking place around you. Let's have a look at your cards and see what's happening. You have fierce, you've got the badger, and you've got grief. How interesting. Let me move these down here, actually. I'm going to put them down here. We'll draw your tarot cards in a moment, but okay. I think this is referring to the kind of energy that we get when you carry the results of history of the past. Inevitably, they leave us feeling defensive. You know, like badgers are the most family-orientated creatures. They're absolutely gorgeous and wonderful. But if they are put on the spot, they will fight. They're not naturally aggressive creatures, but they will defend themselves. And I think there's something here where you've had to defend yourself. And I think deep down inside, beneath the fact that you've had to defend yourself, there is a wound. That's what I feel we're being shown. And this is very interesting. Sunglasses on as well. I'm not quite sure quite the significance of that yet, but we'll get more information as we go through your reading. I do feel this is like a time of healing. Something maybe can be healed from the past now, which would be amazing, because if you carry anything like this, then it's there will be a defensiveness. We've got the garden and the gate. Yin yang, so things are coming back into balance. Oh, the temple path. Gosh, and you have storm warning. Okay, I'm going to find out a bit more about that storm warning card. What is that about? Okay. Healing history, bringing things back into balance. Well, this feels like it is a really beautiful, elevated, gorgeous pathway. I'm very curious about the storm warning card. Is it telling us that there is a storm coming in April? Or is it could be indicating a very dramatic cleansing, like the release from a past. I mean, when you think about a storm, it brings a lot of chaos and disruption, but my goodness me, it clears things. It clears the air. It clears the energy. There could be a sudden clearing. Let's ask just about the storm warning card. Oh, goodness me, look at this. This is beautiful. Okay, I'm thrilled. I was like, oh, you've got a storm warning. What's that about? Right, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a card of family. So I do feel that there is something in you. This could, for some of you, be connected to family. I think something is going to quite radically be cleansed. The table, I would even say the tables are going to be turned, actually. That's coming through loud and clear. The tables will turn. If you have been facing some kind of a family issue, and you've had to defend yourself, and it's really been heartbreaking, I think the tables are going to turn. Let's get more information. Let's get more information. May we kindly ask for more information. You have the Fool and also the Two of Cups. You have the the Eight of Swords. I think something's coming that you did not see coming. This is very interesting. You have the Four of Pentacles and then the Seven of Cups. Let me see what I can. I'm just going to move things around so I can try and get your cards to all fit in or work out how we're going to do this. There we go. We have the cards in view. Pile 2, I'm wondering if someone comes in to your world to help you to untangle history, to help you to release grief, to help you to move beyond fear and doubt and worry, that has a connection to your family. I almost feel like I'm getting more than one message here, and I feel like I'm seeing. It's very interesting. I'll just voice it how I'm seeing it. I always think it doesn't mean I'm right, but I'll certainly follow it through. I feel like I've got two different storylines. So, on the one hand, we've got balance, connection, harmony, a guided pathway. It feels wonderful. Empowerment, new beginnings, new love. Absolutely monumental, staggeringly beautiful stuff. Helping you to move through and beyond fear, doubt and anxiety. History. Helping you to move beyond history. I also feel there is something else that happens. Maybe it's the something else that promotes this. It could be that the something else that happens is the new connection or someone that comes in or the new beginning. But I do feel like the tables are turned in some way, shape or form. There's certainly a really, from your perspective, I feel there is a real positive energy. I feel I need to just ask for more information. Okay, we've got two cards showing up straight away. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Moon. Okay. Now this is about loyalty. Balance is returned. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot. Let's just, these cards are really wanting to come through, so I'm going to use them. You have the Four of Cups and also then the Four of Wands, two fours. This is interesting. I think this is rather exciting, my pile 2. I actually think something very, very, very favourable is happening for you. I think something very favourable is happening. I think it's like, almost like that you get, karmically, something good comes to you. The tables are turned. I do think, and I do think there could, if there are still people around you who have like, you know, almost like your family. It could be family members. It could be your friendship family. It could be your working family. It could be your spiritual family. It could be whatever it is, but like groups of people who we could constitute as different connections of, you know, of different groups, different family groups. I do feel that the tables are turned, and I feel that you come out of something in a very powerful way, and I think you are being asked to be genuinely generous of, you know, forgiving, because I think maybe you may be shown, or something may happen because the tables are turned, where your world is moving forward favourably, but somebody else's isn't. That's my feeling about it. I'd be very interested as April emerges. You know, do keep us posted in the comments. But I think there is a very big shift. This would be like, you know, a really some good fortune coming to you. Really good fortune coming to you that opens a gateway. It's like, it's that karmic release. And can you be in that moment forgiving of the person whose life isn't going so well? Let's say you grew up with somebody in your family who didn't treat you very well. Your life is picking up, flowing forwards beautifully in April, and theirs isn't. I just feel there's quite a contrast of something going on here. That's what I feel I'm being shown. This sort of mirror, like almost that you can see somebody else is now tangled up. You may even see somebody through a lens of, I don't know, recognizing how tangled they are. And some, you know, maybe they've dug themselves a big hole or something, whereas your world is moving on and flying. And so I do think there's opportunity here for forgiveness. I'm going to get more cards for you, actually. I'm going to follow this through and ask for a bit more information. But yeah, I feel it's almost like you're celebrating, but somebody else isn't. And I do think you are being asked to have the good grace to hold that. You know, even if a part of you might feel like there's a bit of you wanting to sort of say "told you so," or, you know, serves you right, almost that's you. But having the wonderful good grace to forgive and just to let it go, to sort of think, well, you know, karma's played out here, and there's something about that. I would like to get a bit more information in case you're meant to do anything, but I don't think you are. You may find yourself in a position whether you question, you know, what if somebody came forward and asked you for help when they've treated you really badly? But I do feel I feel that you go into a place of a good position. But yeah, I do feel that the tables are turned somehow. Very interesting. Maybe kindly ask how this might pan out, or just for more guidance, please, or more information about this. Okay, we've got the Seven of Wands. I'm not sure you should. You could even be drawn. What if somebody came forward and they treated you really badly? With the Seven of Wands, I almost feel like you should actually remain in your own bubble. Maybe your success, because I feel like something really good is happening for you. You know, that could be new love, it could be a new job, it could be, you know, it could be whatever abundance and joy and blissfulness would be. There's something very successful and lovely that you can celebrate coming into your life. You're going to feel great about it. And I do feel then there will be, maybe it even triggers some family jealousy or envy or something, or even envy and jealousy around a friendship group. You're doing well, they're not. There's some kind of contrasting experience here. And within that, I think you are being asked to remain in your bubble and not be affected by it. Own your own success, have your own success. I mean, maybe you need to recognise with boundaries, this card is about healing the lineage, boundaries. Maybe you need to hold your boundaries in response to somebody who might be envious of you. Hold your boundaries, but also be forgiving. I mean, that feels right as I'm saying it. Yeah, look at this. We have the Three of Pentacles, that tapestry woven together. this is probably affecting people who I think you've had some close connection with, whether it's your primary family or a different family group or a different group of people. I do feel what we see here is the tables are turned. That's really what I would say. And this doesn't mean you should be drawn back into something, but at the same time, it's immensely valuable if you're able to hold your boundaries, but also hold love in your heart. Look at that, the 9 of Cups. Wow, you're soaring. You're soaring. Own your joy. Own your success. Own the magic that is coming to you. I would kindly ask for any more information, any more guidance. You have the 4 of Swords. We're seeing this sort of contrasting energy, but I'm not seeing the 4 of Swords in any way as being... look at this, we have the Empress. I'm not seeing the 4 of Swords in any way as a... I mean, she's beautifully boundaried in a very, very safe position, I feel, here. And the Empress is genuinely about investment. It's abundance, happiness, joy. Own your joy. Celebrate it. And yeah, I do think this feels like a karmic turning point. That's probably the best way I can describe it, Pile 2. I think in April there is a karmic turning point where something very amazing and good comes to you, but likewise maybe you hear about or you recognise that other people who maybe haven't done the work that you've done are not moving forwards, or people, as I said, who maybe weren't so kind to you. The tables are turned, but I think this is a time to really cherish and relish and love the abundance that's coming to you because you have worked for it. And with compassion from a distance, whilst keeping your own boundaries intact, observe and, send love. Send love and forgiveness. But also, I want to say, I feel like this is also saying don't be drawn back into anything either. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Don't be drawn back into something, even if you grew up in a world where you were always obliged to put everybody above yourself. This is your celebration. This is something you deserve. Wow, this is very fascinating. Very fascinating energy. I think with the sunglasses, do you know as well what's just come through here is incognito. Own your success, but keep it to yourself. Because actually, if the tables have turned and you hear that somebody isn't doing so well, but they've treated you badly, unfairly, taken more than their fair share, perhaps, incognito, don't let them know about your success. Don't tell people about everything that comes to you so amazingly, because, they might kind of be pulling on your strings and wanting stuff when you know full well that it's not appropriate. This is yours. Something comes to you and it's yours to own in every possible way. So, and it's yours to have, to celebrate with, because you deserve it. And I think you can cut the cords of any kind of, perhaps part of the karmic release is stepping away from a position where you feel like you have to look after everybody else rather than you. This is a time to own what comes to you, and love it and cherish it. Wow, this is amazing. My beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Do subscribe, press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. And at the time of doing this reading, my lovely tarot course is half price and will be for just about 1 more week. And you can also sign up. You can sign up and pay in 6 monthly instalments as well at that half price offer. So if you're interested in that, literally there is a window of about a week left. So do check that out if that's something you want to do. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Welcome, Pile 3. I am wondering if some of you might go on a journey to recharge your batteries. Like there might be Maybe you'll be invited to something where there would be a particular agenda. We've got a clipboard. Like, what is it called where you go on a holiday and an itinerary? Because we've got a bus, but also the star being healing codes are really about star beings coming in and connecting with you in order to bring you healing, to bring you light codes. So it's a phenomenally beautiful energy. It may be that you need to stop and slow down to receive. We kindly ask for guidance and information. There it is. For my pile threes, what is happening in April? You have strength and freedom. Oh, this is heaven. Okay, I think that the boar is about courage, having the strength to persevere. Horses are about willpower and freedom and energy and personal empowerment. I think you're to be freed from something, literally. How fabulous. Or regain your strength. If you've been struggling with any health issues, you might regain your strength. I do wonder, though, if there is some kind of an opportunity coming in April where you can recharge. Somewhere you go to recharge your batteries, whether it's just like a safe place in your own mind, or whether it is, wherever that is. Yeah. Let's check in and see. We have the thinking woman. Okay. Door to romance. Attachment and storm warning. How fascinating. Attachment, I think, came out in pile 1 and storm warning came out in pile 2. I'm going to ask about this card. I did in pile 2 because sometimes it indicates a storm is coming, but it can also indicate a time of healing, is now. Like something happens quite quickly. I wonder if something does happen quite suddenly that causes you to let go of something. Or maybe you receive a very sudden healing. I mean, the boar has got like a flaming energy. Boars can be quite ferocious. I don't think they intend to be necessarily, but there's like there's something being, maybe something ceases to be fueled by something. Let's ask about the storm warning first. Okay. You have the Queen of Wands. She is the Queen of Transformation. So I think something actually very suddenly transforms. It may be that something departs your world or something ends abruptly, but I think it's an ending that is immensely positive. Something ends very clearly, very abruptly, and even here, the door to romance, it's like there's a key here, and yet we see the heart is caged. Maybe something that has stopped you. Could even be something in your head that has stopped you from believing you can have something, gets healed and removed. But I think the storm warning is because something is going to abruptly change, but with the Queen of Wands, it is for the best, for the better. It's amazing. You will love it because it's restoring your empowerment. It's restoring your freedom. It's restoring your empowerment. May we kindly ask for pile 3, what is happening for pile 3 in April, please? Loads of cards coming through for you. You have the Magician. Oh my goodness me, you've got the Emperor. You have the Knight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and then the Wheel. Okay. Gosh, I do think this is aligning for me with the same sort of energy. So I do think you might expect pile 3 some quite radical shifts and changes during this month of April. But what I have to say to you is I think they are really powerfully cleansing, healing, positive. I think if anything they end a period of where maybe you haven't felt comfortable or okay. You also have the card of Strength. You have the Devil. You have the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands as well. Let's move those down. Yeah, I think something radically changes very quickly, and it is an incredibly positive change. I almost, with the storm, feel like you didn't see it coming. It might be one of those situations where the world turns on a, like, what's that saying? The world turns on a sixpence. Suddenly something massively shifts and I don't think you see it coming. Fascinatingly, it is a bit like, though, intergalactic beings coming in and working on you and your energy and your circumstances. The information about this card speaks about star beings coming in many different forms, in human form, many of them, and arriving so that they can assist us. I mean, this would be like you meeting a star being or realizing that you are a star being, from a different galaxy. Could even be like a big awakening, a new journey with the bus, a new itinerary, a new purpose. But it feels as though it happens suddenly, and many of you will already have an awakening, in which case this would be like an upgrade. You're super gonna love it. It's rocketing you to a position of empowerment, really big time empowerment with the Emperor. A position of empowerment, leadership. No longer held back by something. I find myself wondering if for some of you, if you have had anything within you, like a huge inner critic, or if you've had a fear of attachment, for example, then this would be, and so you're worried about relationships are a difficult area. This would be like meeting somebody and it radically turns your world around, like really quickly, but it rockets you. You lose all the previous feelings of it not being possible. Likewise, it's like your thoughts, your belief systems. Something could come in that really radically shifts your belief systems, but primarily I think it's your beliefs about yourself and what is possible for you, which is amazing, because once you step into a place of, mental freedom, you're not held back by beliefs that say you can't, or or it won't work for you, and that kind of stuff. Let's get more cards. Let's ask for more information. But this is what I feel the flow of energy is showing us. It's a massive shift from a place of some kind of a limitation to a place of absolute. It's not just freedom. It's not like you suddenly find your freedom or you find your peace. This is rocketing you into empowerment, and that's not just freedom. It's empowerment, and that's a very different position to be in. Ooh, okay, let's check those out. They've flown out. You have the Knight of Cups. You have the Four of Cups. You have the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Now this could be your relationship with someone else. If any of you are single, this could be speaking about empowerment within your confidence in yourself within love. If you are, it could also be your own relationship, your love of yourself. It could be your love of the divine. But this is like moving from a place of that sense of being a bit lonely or a bit isolated or a bit cut off, of feeling like your desires can't really happen, to a place where it's like everything's coming alive. What is really fascinating, my beautiful pile threes, is that I do think it is quite possibly being initiated by star beings and energy being brought into you to heal you. Recharging, wounds get healed, which I think is really exciting. Maybe moving from a place where you're a bit down in the dumps to a place where you're invigorated. It really does feel like you come alive. And yeah, right at the core of that, although it may be genuinely real circumstances that are making this happen, do you know, I also do think there are star beings, the energy of star beings in the background. What else are we shown? Because I'm very intrigued. Is there anything else we want to know, or we can know, about April? This is pure empowerment, pure elevation, healing, delight. I'd like to know a little bit about the bus and the itinerary, the clipboard. Could we ask about the bus? Okay, we've got the Five of Swords. Okay, may we kindly ask more about the bus, please? And the Hermit. Okay, the clipboard. May we kind of ask? Ten of Swords, right, okay. I think what it showed, I was just hearing "Get Off the Bus." It just kept that. Is there like a song "Get Off the Bus"? I don't know. There probably is. Just sort of almost, you know, when you have some words in your head, and you kind of want to sort of put them to music, but you can't quite remember the music. And I feel like there's something about getting off the bus. Interestingly enough, I'm not sure that this is travel to somewhere. I think this is getting off the bus, like a bus that's going nowhere, as it were. I think this is getting off the bus and a new itinerary, a new world, a new life, a new attitude, a new freedom, a new empowerment. Because this is a definite kind of ending card with the Ten of Swords. So it's like a period of time when you have been felt in your head that something couldn't happen. But I think it's really fast. This is the really, like fast, unexpected, almost like the wheel turns overnight. Okay, so we've got the Five of Swords, the Hermit, and the Ten of Swords for the bus and the clipboard. Is there anything else we can know about how this pans out? Could we please ask anything more about how this might emerge, a sneaky peek into where it goes? Well, you have the Queen of Cups. Look at that. Look at that cosmic energy. It's almost as though you can manifest in collaboration with the star beings that are supporting you and coming in. We have the King of Swords. I mean, this is an energy of somebody who has absolute, kind of almost like control of their own mind. Seriously setting your own agenda. And the Page of Pentacles. What do you want to manifest next? I think for you, my pile three, so this is what I feel I'm seeing. I think this is a turning point in a really exciting way. But it is a turning point in something that happens, I do think, quickly, possibly suddenly. But it's really good. I mean, there's nothing not lovely about it. That turning point. I think it means you can leave some things behind that might have, certainly I think it will remove those elements within you that may have felt as though it could never happen for you, or it wouldn't happen for you, or this would never be possible. It's like you get shifted from a space of impossible to a space of not only possible, but wow, here it is. Now what do I do? Almost indisputable, an indisputable awareness. Gosh, that is coming through. Let me just make sure I word that right. An indisputable awareness that there is more. An indisputable awareness that you are in collaboration with star beings who are supporting your well-being and guiding you, healing you, helping you. I'm not quite sure how that's going to come through, but that's what I'm hearing. Wow, that feels quite huge, and again, so liberating. But something suddenly happens that creates this change. I feel really super excited for you. Pile three, keep me posted. Let me know as the month progresses. Beautiful souls, this is the last week when my tarot course is half price at the time of uploading this. Literally, it's also available in 6 monthly installments, still at half price. So it is a time limited offer, about 1 week left. So do seize the moment, take advantage of that if you want to. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. I'm really honoured to be reading for you, and I am sending you all the love in the world.